Welcome back. Yes, joining us on the show is the producer of the Waka musical, Mr. Joseph Omoibom, and one of the cast, Dolapo Phillips. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, so we heard of Saro, I think 2 years ago.
Yes.
Now Waka is being produced. What is the difference in both? Because I thought they're both musicals, but one is in London, one was in Nigeria. Or what is Waka? Let me start with that. What's Waka exactly?
Okay. Waka the Musical is a musical production that is a proudly Nigerian musical production. It is a musical like Saro was, but the storylines are different.
Okay.
Waka the Musical is a story about the journeys of life, about 4 graduates that are out of school, and each person charts a different path.
Okay.
And all the travails, all the challenges they face, how they overcome these challenges, and how life swings them around, and at the end they all come back together despite the hurdles they face and the problems they've had even amongst each other. So we use that to also depict the atypical Nigerian scenario. We use that to, it's also like a political satire of the Nigerian political scene. You see the corruption and then how we can overcome all of this at the end of the day.
Okay, Dolapo, you're also a cast. What role do you play? And
I play Ngozi in Waka the Musical. And Ngozi, amongst the friends, she is more of the mothering type. She wants to maintain the friendship. She wants them to stay together, stay involved. She knows exactly what she wants in life, and then she wants to give back to society. She went to university just for that. She wants to take children off the street. She wants to, eradicate corruption from the grassroots. So she's that more inclined.
I know that Terra Culture has always tried to project arts, acting, and all that. Now, this sort of Broadway, this satire, how has that been acceptable amongst Nigerians? Because it's been very difficult. We're just used to watching the regular big screen on TV. But how has it been getting Nigerians to participate in these projects?
Well, it's not been easy because the theater industry has not really enjoyed a lot of support, both from government, private sectors, from Nigerians as a whole. So what Terra Culture did was to try to push up the interest in the theater industry. And we started that with Theater Terra first.
Yeah.
And then we came up with the BAP production, Bolanle Austin Peters production, who now started doing the big musicals. And it actually did attract a lot of people. We had sold out shows for Saro the Musical too. And then Waka the Musical also showed in Lagos in December, and it was sold out. Now we don't just want this to end here, because we know Nigerians, we are good at importing, bringing everything into Nigeria.
Okay.
But we actually have quality productions we can export.
Is that what Waka is doing?
And that's what Waka is doing.
So
yes.
the cast and crew, are they all here, or is it a mixture?
No. We have a fully Nigerian and Nigerian-based cast and crew.
Okay.
So we'll be traveling with about 50 people.
Whoa. Wow.
So we've done in
That's
London?
amazing.
London, West End.
When is it supposed to start?
It starts on the 21st of July, that's next week, and runs till the 25th of July. In the 5 days, we are going to have 7 different shows.
Is it same location?
Same location.
Okay.
The Shaw Theatre, number 100 to 110 Euston Road, London, and that's actually in the heart of the West End. So it's the first time a Nigerian musical production is going to the West End.
So the quality of the quality of the production, is it going to attract both foreign, what's it called, audience, or just the Nigerians that live in the UK?
It is targeted at everybody.
Fantastic.
And but we've had a lot of interest, reviews from the press, the BBC, so many. The CNN has done a review
TVC.
on TVC as well. That's why we are here.
No, because we did a proper review, so we should have started our own first.
Yeah. You were asking about the foreign book. I'm taking it from there, coming back home.
Have you sold tickets yet? Because normally before production, tickets are
where do you
sold. Have you
buy
managed
tickets
to
from?
sell any tickets?
Yes. You can get tickets on www.ticketmaster.co.uk. And when you go to that site, you actually see a seating plan of the theater, and you can see how many seats you have left and what location you want to sit, and for each show. And the last time I checked, we're almost sold out. So if you've not bought your ticket, if you don't hurry up, you may not get it.
Right. So are we going to see Waka in Nigeria, or is it just going to be in the UK? Dolapo?
Coming back.
It's going to be Waka over the festive season
Usually in
Nigeria.
December.
Yes.
Okay.
Waka is good.
So for those of us that don't get to see it in the UK,
You
we should wait.
certainly get to see it in Nigeria.
What are the exact dates again?
July 21st to 27th. to 25th rather. Yes, and we have on the first day, the 21st, the show is for 7 p.m. The 22nd, the show is for 7 p.m. But we have a panel discussion organized by the British Council around the Nigerian creative industry, and we'll be having the Minister for Culture of Nigeria, Lai Mohammed, in attendance. And we'll also have the MD of the Bank of Industry, because we are all seeing this as a cultural export, and we need to talk about it and get people involved. We have a member of Parliament or UK Parliament that will also be on the panel to discuss about this, how we can work together, Nigeria, UK, to promote the creative industry.
So this is your first big musical production?
Outside.
Outside.
Outside. Saru was
That was
huge.
taken out.
Saru was pretty
huge.
successful.
But now, picking your cast, are you looking out for new talents? Because Saro, I think I know that most of the faces I saw there were not really fresh, you know. So how, for someone listening now that's interested in Broadway participation and all that, are you looking out for raw talents like that? And if there is there somewhere they can come to for probably...
Why do you want to audition?
I can audition now.
Well,
You know, I do everything.
It's a good question,
Yeah.
fantastic question. But what we do for each production we have an audition.
Oh.
You know, so we always look out for fresh talents,
okay.
because we want to give everybody the platform.
Okay.
And for Waka the Musical, we did have an audition.
Okay.
And we have some fresh faces, new faces that you would see when we come back to Lagos. You see some fresh faces. And also subsequent productions we are going to be doing, we will have auditions. We have an audition on the 29th of July. If you want to, you can come in.
Okay,
Try out.
so
I want to ask you a question. Is this your first theatrical production?
No, it's not.
Were you in Saru?
I wasn't, because I was pregnant at the time. And the role that I thought I was going to be casted for was a young girl. So there was no way I could hide
So how has it been like? Is this your full-time?
Well, it's not, but if, like we always have this discussion, if the theatre industry in Nigeria was like it was abroad, I would love to do this full-time. I have no problems doing this full-time. But because it's not sustainable financially yet, I obviously have something else to do.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Fantastic.
So right now, July 21st to 25th is when you're going to have it for those 4 days or 5 days.
5 days,
and
7 shows.
Wow. And you can get the tickets at the Ticketmaster at
Yeah,
co.uk. Great stuff.
Fantastic.
All right. Anything else you want to tell us before we let you go?
Yeah.
No day with 2 shows.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. 21st, we have one show by 7 p.m. 22nd, we have one show by 7 p.m. On the 23rd, we have 3 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Okay.
On the 24th, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. And on the 25th, which is the last day, 7 p.m. And we have 2 sessions of panel discussions to promote the Nigerian creative industry and to promote investment in the creative industry in London. One on the 22nd by 4 p.m. at the Pullman Hotel, and the second on the 23rd by 4 p.m. at the Pullman Hotel as well.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right, great. Thanks for coming. Hopefully our viewers, because we have viewers all over the world, so I'm sure those in the UK would be interested in being a part of this. Thanks for being here.
Fantastic. Thank you.
That's all we can take. When we come back, we ask, is honeymoon really necessary after wedding? All this hula bully, I'm going to Dubai, I'm going to Seychelles. Isn't necessary? Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, most brides look forward to their honeymoon, where they can get away from all the real life issues and stress encountered from the planning of the wedding. Now, though tradition, it's going to be pretty expensive, with the economic meltdown and prices of things going high, can we still afford honeymoon? Our producer recently got married. I'm trying to ask her, did you go on honeymoon? She didn't tell anybody. Did she tell you?
No, she
she
didn't.
told us
What did-
What did she say? She didn't answer me when I asked her.
She
No,
said
she
she
hasn't.
cancelled that her husband was planning Zanzibar for them. And when she
Yeah,
heard,
no, no. That's
she
all.
when she heard, she said, no way that we're not going to spend that kind of money on a trip and then go back home, start planning.
So they were eating noodles.
Madam Producer, just admit you can afford it, period. Like,
Oh, really?
I'm saying, like, the truth is that we all can't really afford these trips. I mean, I would have loved to go on a honeymoon. After my own wedding, my own boss gave me honeymoon as gift. So after my wedding, we wouldn't have probably been able to go to honeymoon because I said, well, we've done the same thing our producer did. Let us save that money. But my former MD allowed us, paid for all expense paid trip to France.
That was his birthday present.
That was his
the
wedding gift
present.
for us. So
Yeah.
that's how we could able to go to France. If not,
That was-
trust me, no honeymoon.
That was my wedding gift to my daughter.
Really? Where did you?
Me, I wanted them to go to somewhere like Thailand or all those exotic places. They went to Romania.
What's going on?
Can you imagine? If I had known, I would have reduced the amount I gave them.
They were saving. They were
No, they wanted to
saving.
go and explore.
They have the same character. They like Dracula and all these things. So they wanted to go to the home.
So, but let's get to the question. You can call us on 0708066814. You can tweet to us at TBC Connect. Please hashtag WTBC. It's Thursday. It's open house. We talk about whatever issues we like to talk about. So we're talking about honeymoon today. And the real thing is it necessary?
I think honeymoon is necessary.
Okay.
I think the idea of honeymoon is a time to bond without family influence, So culturally, we've adopted the idea of traveling, of going to somewhere you don't know, exploring something new together. Because imagine if both of you're from Calabar, another person is from Port Harcourt, and both of you are getting married. You don't want to get entrenched into some culture, whatever. So when you now travel to, let's say, France, and you're experiencing something new, you're getting to connect with each other, everything is new. There's a fresh ground for the new marriage, and that is why I support honeymoon. However, with the recent financial issues, I would say that one needs to plan wisely. You don't put all your, if you want to achieve the aim of bonding and being together, you can achieve it without spending your entire savings trying to achieve it. A lot of people then go to the honeymoon and still don't achieve the bonding that they should.
Let's hear our viewers' thoughts on. We did a vox pop to ask people outside what their thoughts were on honeymoon. Watch this.
Yes, honeymoon is necessary. It's a good time for the couple to relax after the whole wedding drama, for them to have their own alone time, enjoy each other, and get away from family and friends that might want to contact them during that period.
When you look at Joseph and Mary in the Bible, they don't do honeymoon. So I follow the word of God. To me, I don't know other people.
Honeymoon is for the rest of your life. It's forever. So it's just to, relax and take the stress off you after the wedding.
Well, it gives the couple time to be able to explore themselves, know themselves very well without the pressure of the everyday hustle and bustle. So I think it's just quite necessary. Yeah.
Honeymoon is necessary, but it's not compulsory. What if I'm in the honeymoon and I have a deal to strike and it's millions of naira? Am I going to say because I'm in honeymoon and I'm going to strike my deal?
Depends on both of you and your spouse, depending on what you've agreed on.
It's not really necessary, but if you can afford it, I don't see anything bad in it. If you can afford it,
they will have enough time for themselves to plan whatever they want to plan because of their marriage. Then so when they come back, so you see that they won't have a problem in their marriage. So that's why I believe honeymoon is necessary.
After marriage, it's believed that couples should get to know each other better, have fun, bond. So it is necessary.
For the first time together, let's have fun. Let's go enjoy ourselves, whichever.
Right. Uwa.
Can I establish what the honeymoon, traditionally, it was, yes, the most likely source is the medieval custom of a couple consuming a honey-based drink called mead for the first month of their marriage to ease them into married life and traditionally to increase their fertility. That was the
intention.
The real intention was because they were both supposed to be virgins, the man and the woman, before.
Aphrodisiac.
So this one was just to
help them
loosen up and be in the mood. So that some things can happen.
You know that for a whole month. And then by the time they would come back, they would expect
Pregnancy.
So that was the drink to cause.
So they'll drink for a whole month.
Fertile.
They'll drink it for a whole month.
Well, that's what it says in this report.
So, but today now it is about Dubai and.
It's
London.
about, but you see, honeymoon can be anywhere. I think for me, it doesn't have to be out of Nigeria. I mean, we went to Uyo the other day, and I hear Cross Rivers too is nice. So I think it's about the couple bonding without phone calls, without disturbance, because the daily life, our daily life is very stressful. So I can't imagine you and I, now the process to get married
is a lot of stress.
I didn't go on a honeymoon. Maybe that's why my marriage didn't last.
No, YK, I didn't go on a honeymoon, and today we're 10 years in marriage. Now, the way I see it is honeymoon has been overrated, and the whole essence, which is supposed to be a time of bonding, couples don't usually, they don't have that
Really?
bond. Yes, I think honeymoon should be every day in your home. As you are every day should be like honeymoon.
NEPA will take lights.
No, it's not about NEPA taking light. I'm saying that create an environment of joy. And honeymoon supposed to be an environment of
separate.
peace.
That's a different
Hold on, let me finish.
Realistic.
For me, I'm being realistic. Honeymoon is supposed to be like you are in a place of serenity. You're in a place of calmness. You're in a place of love. You're in a place of peace. So you go Paris. Spend millions of naira. You now come every day and not approaching each other.
Remember what I said at the beginning was you don't have to go out of Nigeria. I said you can do it in you can.
I want to contradict you.
Your two was expensive.
No,
for me it was expensive.
It was really expensive.
So
I want to contradict what she just said. Because you see, when you get married, I got married. My in-laws came from Benin. I got to the house, and every room was occupied. I thought I said lie. Sharp. We went to the hotel just few buildings away. I said, I'm not going back to that house until everybody has left the house. And we were there for a week. I said, that's our honeymoon. Because I'm not going to get married. Yeah. And the first thing I do when I leave my husband's house is start in the morning. I'm cooking for the entire battalion that came for the wedding. I think my entire life is now being monitored. I just started my life and I'm being monitored by. I wouldn't want that. No wife would want that because one, you don't even know the kind of husband. You don't even know your husband yet. Yes. Guess what? I didn't know my husband snores until I slept over after marriage. As in, the snoring did not happen too. I did not sleep. Wake up. I was like, change your position. I didn't get it.
But let me explain something to you. You didn't contradict me. No. You helped me in my argument. The point is that is the environment conducive? Is the environment safe? If your home is a loving and peaceful place, it's as good as you having the honeymoon in your home. Listen, the point is that people are spending money that they don't have on something that they think that is important. I am saying that you can create that honeymoon in your home. This weekend we are going for honeymoon. We are staying in a correct hotel in Abuja. That is honeymoon. So I'm saying that, you can't.
That is the getaway.
It's not costing money.
That's the getaway.
Listen, what I'm saying is, the couple should have their me time. You stay
after marriage.
Listen, after marriage. Immediately after marriage, you should have your me time. You stay in Lagos, you'll be here, knock. Somebody wants to come and cook for me. Come, we have brought presents. No, they don't need that. They need peace. They just need me time. And if it's in your house, you can't get it.
When I was
growing up, even take lights.
Hang in there. When I was growing up, as a child, growing up, when I was like the little bride, for my aunties. As the wedding is finishing, that night
they are driving away.
Airport straight. Like after all this washing of leg, airport straight. I'm wondering, so what happened? What changed? That today we're going back to the house.
It's been very commercialized. Agreed. To the point where people it doesn't have to do with the honeymoon alone. Generally, wedding, everything we do, it's now for show as opposed to for you. It is for the next person, not for you. So yes, we've commercialized it. However, the essence of what you're trying to achieve with the honeymoon is not wrong. You should have that honeymoon.
It is lost.
Okay, take the phone call. I have my own experience. Personal experience.
Are you there? Oh, it's out. YK.
My personal experience. We got married like this. When I got home, my in-laws were there. I was cooking. They were warning me. They were doing this. They were telling me. I was crying.
Imagine that.
What have I got into? Yeah. What have I got? So I didn't have me time with my husband.
Yeah. Can I explain to you something? Let me be realistic here.
Wait, pause.
I know someone that got married. Hold on.
Hanging there. No, I know I want to hang in them. Your point is very valid.
No, I'm not saying that point anymore.
I want to address something before we move on. Your point you made is very valid. But what they're saying and what I'm hearing is that after you marry, is that immediately after that initial and husband
that's
time?
That's the point I want to make.
It doesn't preclude the while you're in the marriage, you can still be happy and create that serene environment.
It's not even about marriage now. YK, I know someone that they went for honeymoon throughout the honeymoon. This is not cheap honeymoon. Serious quarrel.
They were not meant to be.
No, it's not issue of not meant to be.
They will still quarrel at home. If
YK,
they are at home,
I'm
they will
trying to
quarrel.
say that.
If they go to you, they will quarrel.
I'm trying to say that. The point is, you see, whether you travel or you go out away from people and you are by yourself, you are the one that will determine whether you are actually going to be happy and you would bond regardless of the situation of whatever is around.
Let me take Alaji
Subera. They went there and they still quarrel.
Alaji Subera, are you there?
Yeah, Mariah,
Good morning, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. This issue of honeymoon you are talking about, I agree with you. You see, honeymoon is not a thing that, you see, we should not be boring. We should be very, very careful with this, attitude of doing things so that you don't mess up and you don't put
don't want to spend money.
Into problem. You see, the honeymoon, like he said, the honeymoon is infinity. You can do it anywhere, any day, anytime. So far your environment is conducive. That is that. Please, Morayo, let me just talk about this issue, one of your analysis in the paper. You see, it's very, very sad. The situation we find ourselves today. And a right-thinking person, as far as Nigeria is concerned, will be worried. Let me give you a kind of instance. President Muhammadu Buhari, failed at the initial stage to react in the anomalies that is happening in the Senate. He failed to react on time when the APC, bounced on, when Shagari decided to impose himself in the House of Senate. And since that time, Nigeria has not been getting himself. And I bet you, if the APC did not take time and correct the anomaly that is going on, the kind of...
Oh, sugar. We're actually enjoying that conversation. Yes.
Morayo, you see, the idea of people quarreling on honeymoon can happen anywhere. Because if you quarrel, if you're at home, you can quarrel. If your marriage is not good, it's not good. However, the advice, the reason for honeymoon is, I don't have to wake up to cook. There's breakfast coming. NEPA cannot take light at night and I'm uncomfortable. Those things are gone. So my mind is free to just connect with my new husband or the husband with his wife. Even phones can be a distraction. And you don't need to travel to the US, like YK said, or to other places. Just find where, as easy as going to the camp. As easy as going to the camp. For me, I told someone, and they went there to the camp. Kilometer Kiniko. 46. Yes, and it was just for us to have a quiet time to be with ourselves. The beauty of traveling abroad is that I see the Eiffel Tower, I see this, we have things to gist about when we come back and say, oh, did you enjoy? It's interesting because you're doing things together. Without any external influence.
Another Morayo question, because out of all of us here, Morayo had honeymoon. We did not. So Morayo, how was it?
He fought like crazy. Serious fight. In fact, my husband said, you know what, I'm getting out of here. He walked, in fact, he took a long walk. He got lost. Because it was serious fighting.
Well, that is good.
But it was good for us to have that fight because gradually we started knowing each other better. But I enjoyed us, me and him being by ourselves.
Can I say something?
The fights will still happen in Nigeria, but then you now have people advising
him. They went for honeymoon.
That walk he walks away, somebody would meet him and say, why are you walking?
He took a long walk.
Inside Caribbean, they hear, and the husband now cited and then the marriage scattered.
That man is a bad man.
Wait, let me just say something.
You said, let's take a break. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now let's take some tweets. YK?
Yes. Abitech says honeymoon is not a do or die, but if you can afford it, go ahead. Bible also supports it, that the couple should stay together. It's Bernard Creasy says others do it because it's a good excuse for a vacation to get away with your new spouse before starting your life together. Omolaja Olatunji says they are good places here for honeymoon. Like, I don't want to call the name, or Tinapa, good places. I don't want to call all
Okay.
the...
Let me take this call from Akure.
Okay.
Oluwaseun from Akure, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm
Good
here.
morning. Go ahead.
Good
please.
morning.
Thanks for calling.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be on your show. I support UWA on this issue absolutely. Honeymoon is necessary, but it's not compulsory. If you can afford it, it's good for you. But it's not necessary for you to go on the honeymoon. Honeymoon is just for a time of rest after the wedding preparation. It's not enough time to bond with your partner.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, go ahead, please.
Mariah had a quarrel with her husband on her own honeymoon, but they were able to resolve it because they didn't have outside external factors. Here, if you stay around your home, there will be external factors if you have a quarrel. How do you solve that?
Because the point Kwake was trying to make is that one of the objectives of a honeymoon is that you fight, things will go well or go bad, but at least you have just both yourselves. When in France, my husband had nobody.
Can
He
I
took a long
explain
walk.
something?
He came back to me. We had to sleep on the same bed,
Mariah,
and we had to resolve that issue.
It's key that we drive it into the people that are getting married now young.
Yes.
Because you see, let me explain something to you. It's not enough for you to say 1 week of bonding will sustain a marriage.
You're correct.
So the point I'm trying to make is that every young girl, she has her head, oh, this. You now come back. I mean, these things will not go away. Do you understand? You must at some point learn how to deal with those kind of things that would come.
Okay.
So whether you are away or you're not away, you are the one that should create how you would handle when there's pressure in your marriage, how you will handle it. It's not honeymoon that will solve the problem.
Another point. Let me take this call. Yakub, are you there?
Yeah, Murayo.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning to you all. I think I support UWA this morning. For one reason, the reason is this. If you go to honeymoon, and then at the end of the day, you spend almost 2 or 3 or 1 month in honeymoon, and then your character is not good. When you come back to that home, the home is still going to break up. So it does not necessarily, if you can afford it, it's good. But if you are affording it, go to honeymoon, you lost your character, forget it. The marriage is going to collapse. Thank you, and God bless you all.
We're not talking about honeymoon anymore. We're talking about bad character. However, you know, the lady last caller before mentioned the Bible, and I just had to quickly Google, and the Bible saying that if a man has recently married, he mustn't be sent to war or any other duty laid on him. For 1 year, he has to be free to stay at home and bring happiness to his wife. Even the Bible acknowledges the fact that you need to me time with your wife without plenty external influences. Now, I understand, like I said before, commercialized, yes. Women must learn to understand that if your husband cannot afford it, not because your friend went to Dubai or your other friend went to Seychelles, means that if I don't go on a trip for my honeymoon, I won't enjoy my marriage.
Yeah,
that's what I know she's trying to address.
That's what I'm saying.
That's part of what
you're
trying
to
do. Yes, okay.
And I think that is what people must understand, that you are married to one person. You have your entire life. If I can't go traveling anywhere, I haven't traveled with my husband, and I'm 6 years in marriage. I haven't traveled with my husband at all. Outside the country. Do you understand? I would love to, and we're planning to. It doesn't mean that my marriage isn't working and it's happy. Let's find happiness within the marriage. However, you must take out time to know your spouse without
especially immediately after marriage.
If you have obeyed the rules of not living together before marriage, you know, if you believe together for marriage is a different thing. But if you actually obeyed and you were not sleeping together or living together for marriage, those first few days are critical, and you cannot afford to start letting people.
In-laws were in the house as we moved into the house like this, and I ended up crying. Because we didn't have that special me time together. You know, and that is my problem. You know, if it's just, it doesn't have to be, I'm not saying go anywhere exotic, go to, you know, go far away from where nobody can see you.
Exactly. That's the key thing.
Plan your vision for the family, your goals for your family. Write it down, what I want to achieve as a family. Let that be clear, and then you can move on.
Without external influence. Okay, Sheyi, are you there? Oh, it's out again.
I want to say something that, for me, instead of getting your head in that idea that, oh, you have to do honeymoon and all that, you see, if you cannot afford it, if you can afford it, fine and good. But if you cannot afford it, I'm sure by the time people are already getting married, you have a family vision. So what we should do, take out time. At least the man might get time off work, you might get maybe a week off work. Take out time and go somewhere and begin to pray to God to bless your marriage and your new home.
Same thing as
I'm saying that.
No, I'm saying
It's the same thing.
Listen,
It's the same thing.
Don't take out that idea that, okay, it has to be, because honeymoon, ideology of honeymoon. I'm not switching sides.
No, but I think you've made your point.
Honeymoon ideology.
You agree that it's after marriage, you and your husband stay somewhere. It doesn't have to be out of the country.
It can be inside your house.
It could be kilometer 46. Trust me, though. It's only about 2,000 or 3,000 naira per night or something.
It can be inside your house as well.
Yeah, but see, inside your house, family members come back. Hey, cool, no.
Yes.
They come and greet you. You don't need that. You just need me, husband.
Was in her house. Nothing happened.
She went to hotel.
She came back refreshed. She didn't stay in any hotel.
You don't know.
Do you know her house?
We saw the picture now.
Do you know her house?
No, I don't know it.
So you couldn't go and disturb her. That's the point.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Exactly.
And where they stay is very far away.
Am I family member?
Before you take your time out and say, I'm going to Ikorodu to go and visit this.
The traffic will chase you.
You will find your level. So they were okay.
Yes.
Nobody knows their house.
Okay, let's take some tweets and
we were staying in 1004. We had plenty of visitors. I saw you of that.
Come and greet you.
Well, true. Lots of people are living in fool's paradise. Must you be in debt because of honeymoon? Sharafadin says, is honeymoon our culture? No. With or without it, what value will it bring to marriage? Olabode Bola says, please, Bioku says, oh, no.
We need to close the show.
Okay, somebody says, we had 2 weeks holiday after the wedding. That's from Mulberry. It said, first 3 days, people kept coming to visit. Haba. After that, we went to Ghana. We were fed up.
Yes. So we're not saying, I think we can round up now. We're not saying have an expensive honeymoon. Just go, what's key, what I heard Waike was saying, that you need that immediately after the wedding to just communicate, both of you. And as you said, plan. And you said, pray for your family. Let's plan before extra influencers say, this is how we do it. Stay with you and your spouse. Agree on what you want for the family. It's important. It doesn't have to be expensive.
Can I read this funny tweet? Gav George, he says, when I get married, my wife and I will spend 1 week in space on the moon. That's what we're going to spend.
Okay.
We're going to run our honeymoon.
All right, that's all we can take on the show today. Tomorrow is Friday, Celebrity Friday. Hopefully we'll have a nice celebrity for you. Have a lovely day. See you. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.